we're not in Vietnam anymore. Actually, we are. It just doesn't really feel like it because where we are is in a very mild and temperate region of Vietnam, a place known as Dalat. And over the next few days, Alexa and I are going to explore everything around this region of Vietnam, including its French history, its French culture, and of course, the unique geography that makes it so relatively cool compared to places like Ho Chi Minh. Gonna be a fun few days, so let's go.
It may look like I'm in France, but I'm not. But I am in a resort town that was built by the French. Welcome to Dalat. We just finished up at the French cafe. The croissant was so good. Probably the flakiest croissant I have ever had. And now we're going to explore Dalat and explore some more of the French influences that are in the city.
I just want to really quickly point out that even though that this town is built by the French, it is still very much Vietnam. Noticeable by all the scooters and the very crazy traffic. After a lot of hiking through the city of Dalat, we have made it to the Domaine de Marie Church here in the middle of Dalat. And this one is really interesting because it's a unique mixture of Vietnamese and French architecture. It's kind of blending the two together. So it has this really lovely pink shade, but it still has the very Catholic French style of windows and sconces sort of adorning it. It becomes this really unique area within the city that is quite pleasant and calm. And if I can say so, very pretty.
I think my favorite thing about this church is that it's pink.
Unlike when we were in Hanoi last week, we are primarily going to use grab cars to get around because it is not as dense here and traffic is somehow scarier.
All right, we have made it to the Dalat railway station. It wouldn't be an episode if we weren't checking out a train for my favorite train nerd, Geoff.
Trains! Look at these cute little trains. We're on a train car. If you know anything about me, you know that I'm a huge transportation nerd. On the rails again. So I think it's well established by now that I'm a big train nerd.
A little bit about the Dalat railway station. It was built in the 1930s with a French architecture style. Unfortunately, during the Vietnam War, it was a target. It was later restored in the 1990s. And today you can go from Dalat to Tri Mat, which is about 40 minutes away. Unfortunately, we don't have time to do that. We have a lot more to do here in Dalat, but we're gonna check out the railway station. One way to make Geoff happy is to visit a train station.
This place reminds me so much of the Transit Museum in New York City, just because there's these really old trains that you can sort of climb on, get in, sort of see how these things used to work and operate. If you're ever here in Dalat, come here. If you're ever in New York City, go to the Transit Museum. Similar vibes, loving it. Now that is the Frenchest hotel I've ever seen outside of France. Alexa and I have made it to the fresh garden here in Dalat, really actually just outside of Dalat. And one of the main things that brought us here was that this is about as European of a garden as you can find, which makes me think that we should probably talk a little bit more about the history of Dalat, because it is, for lack of a better word, very European. Now, unlike most of the major cities here in Vietnam, such as Hanoi or Ho Chi Minh City, Dalat was not built by the Vietnamese. It was actually built by the French in the early to mid 1800s for the specific reason that they wanted a resort town. And more to that point, they wanted a resort town that was a little bit away from the tropical, hot, humid weather. Up here in Dalat, it is noticeably cooler. In fact, right now, as we're recording this, it's about 78 degrees Fahrenheit here in Dalat. If you go just about 100 miles south to Ho Chi Minh City, it's over 90 degrees. And it's much more humid. So because it was built by the French and designed by the French and was mainly lived in by the French until the middle of the 1900s, it's still a very French city. And that makes it very unique amongst all other cities here in Vietnam.
This garden is beautiful. But this kind of reminds me of a UFO landing.
It's actually a big mushroom. Welcome, young hobbitses.
Apparently this looks like Lord of the Rings. I've actually never seen the movies. While I haven't seen Lord of the Rings, I have seen Harry Potter, and they have Hagrid's house here. Ah! Makes me want some butterbeer.
I think it's a little funny that we are here in a very French city, and yet we're exploring these very English, iconic fantasy worlds. Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter obviously being very English, very British. I just wasn't expecting there to be some sort of zoo here. As always, it's just a little sad. They're in very small containment areas, and you just want them to be able to have more space.
Not sure if I really enjoyed this part. Kind of sad. It's been a lot of fun looking at the fresh garden.
A lot of fun.
Sorry, I just had to make the joke. But it's been really fun checking out the fresh garden. We're kind of done talking about history for the day, but our day is not over yet. We're going to a puppy farm. Geoff and I miss playing with dogs and cats. So we're gonna go check out a puppy farm, get some lunch, and do some other fun things.
That's a lot of guinea pigs.
You smell like puppy.
Oh, so soft. Who's a fluffy little puppy?
Do you think he'll fit in here? They won't notice.
After traveling for over a month now, it's just so cathartic being around a bunch of puppies.
Okay, so the power just went out, and I think we heard thunder, and now we can hear it raining. Looks like we'll be here for a little while.
Wow, that's some loud rain. I'm just gonna hang out with the capybaras until this passes over. Power's going on and off. Dogs seem to be okay with it though.
We're finishing up at the puppy farm. It was so fun to pet puppies and have some lunch during the thunderstorm. But now we're gonna go back to our hotel and rest. We might go back out later tonight.
We will go back out later tonight.
A few moments later.
Geoff convinced me to go out. So we're gonna go check out a bar called the Maze Bar. Should be a lot of fun.
I just think it's important to show you guys what nightlife in Dalat is all about. We have officially made it to our destination for the evening, the Maze Bar, which apparently is going to be pretty cool. So let's head on in. And down we go. Oh, really gotta watch your steps here. These are uneven.
I wouldn't want to do those steps after a few of these.
So we just descended down into this bar's basement. And I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. It's a pretty funky place. I'm not quite catching why it's called Maze Bar yet. And then I realized there's a tiny tunnel, emphasis on tiny, that keeps going.
Let's go.
Are you afraid of bats?
I have an irrational fear of bats.
Up goes the hood.
Now we're in a coral reef ocean theme.
This would be the bar that Cthulhu would create. Only some of you guys are gonna get that, and that's okay.
You could spend all day here. This way or this way?
I have no idea. I really don't want to get lost either.
So one of the first steps that we decided not to take actually would have taken us right here.
No way I could have fit through there. This place is straight spooky.
Dead end.
That we can see the outside again.
But more maze to explore.
I've been informed that we might be working our way up to a view, so fingers crossed.
We found a nice viewing spot, but there's still more maze and I think it's still going up.
I just want people to know, if you find this video, the Maze Bar has taken me. I don't exist on this plane, this realm anymore. I like to think that I'm happier, but we'll see. It's pretty spooky in there. This is bringing out some claustrophobic tendencies in me. It just keeps going. I have lost Alexa, and now I'm by myself, and I don't know where I am or how to get out.
One eternity later.
I found her. Also means I won't die alone. We officially made it to the top.
Awesome view.
It is one of the best views of Dalat I've seen so far. Very pretty and well worth the maze. Don't know how we're getting back down.
This place is so cool. I would love to have my birthday here. A birthday party at the Maze Bar. How fun would that be?
You would never see your friends again.
All right, now it's time to head back down.
I'm definitely gonna get lost going down. Good news, I live to see more of Vietnam.
I think this concludes the night, our first night in Dalat. We will be back at it again tomorrow, exploring some more of the nature of Dalat.
We'll see you guys tomorrow. Good morning. Yesterday, Alexa and I explored all over Dalat, exploring the French culture and influences on this city. But today, we're heading outside of the city to explore some of the climate and geography of this region and the reason why the French put a resort town here specifically. But first, I gotta finish my breakfast. So we will see you guys out there.
We are at Datanla Mountain. There's so much to do here. There's zip lining, there's canyoneering. But what we're most excited about doing is the roller coaster. So they have a roller coaster that goes through the forest here, and you get to see some pretty epic views. It looks like a lot of fun.
One of the things I love about Vietnam is just how there's random statues everywhere. Like here I am just hanging out in the palm of a giant monkey. Don't know why, no explanation for why it's here. It just is. It's funny, the farther down we go, the more tropical it gets, which I guess makes a lot of sense. But at the same time, we haven't gone down that far, and it's gotten exceedingly more tropical. Up where we started, very temperate. Just got our tickets. Woo-hoo. I'm not 100% sure how this works.
Yeah, we had trouble getting on, and we've hit the car in front of us maybe 3 times, and we haven't even officially left.
Woo! Here we go.
Oh my god! Oh my gosh! Oh, ah. Oh, 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 oh my god! That was so much fun.
Very fun. I can't believe how long it was, and this was the short one.
I know. Ah, can't wait to go back up. We just came back up. I'll say, not as fun. You basically just go uphill really slowly. So not sure if it's quite worth it.
But going down was really fun.
Yeah, going down was great.
Super fun exploring Datanla. But we're burning daylight here, and we have a whole other stop to make.
We're heading to Trucklem Buddhist monastery.
Woo! We might be able to take the cable car down. And you guys know I love a good cable car. Oh, that is a steep drop. We're about to go down. Whoa. Well, this is just our luck because the cable car is closed. Not every day, just today. And just between 12 and 5 p.m., which is the exact middle time that we are here. Shorts are not allowed. While these definitely aren't Douglas fir trees, they do remind me of home. Kind of makes me miss the Pacific Northwest a little bit being here. It's just a really, really pleasant view up here. The air is nice and cool. Does not feel like Vietnam, aside from the fact that I'm on the grounds of a Buddhist monastery. It is very beautiful, very serene, and I have no information about it other than that. We have one more stop later tonight, and I guess we will see you guys there.
We made it to our final destination. We found a cafe on a hill to get some sweeping views of Dalat and the mountains around here.
So I guess we are just going to grab a quick drink, hang out, and enjoy the sunset, and we'll close out the episode. Well, it has been an absolute delight exploring Dalat for the last couple days, learning about French history, exploring some of the interesting geography here.
I've had a lot of fun.
If you can believe it, I've heard that one quite a few times this week. Next week, Alexa and I are off to Da Nang, where we will take a train to Ho Chi Minh City. That's right, it's another train episode. If you like this video, please like the video and of course subscribe to the channel. And of course, come back next week
For another adventure. See you then. Some lovebirds up there.
We have officially made it to our destination for the evening, the Maze Bar. And there's a cockroach. Wait, Alexa.
Stop it! I might sneeze.
And come back next week.
See you then.
And come back next week
See you then.
for another adventure.
Oh!